Hello everyone! Another week, another RWBY episode, and therefore another RWBY reaction. Although that's not entirely true, because due to time and some issues with my video editing software, the first episode reaction won't actually be up yet, so... Whoops, my bad. They'll probably both 1 and 2 come out fairly close together, I imagine. Anyway, for me it's been a week since I last watched RWBY, and yeah, looking forward to just really getting into the next one. But before I do that, what happened in the previous episode? It was basically just a bit of a setting up episode, just kind of reminding us where things are, or, you know, showing us how things have progressed since the end of Volume 7, which, you know, doesn't seem like it was that long ago in universe. And yeah, things are basically really screwed up, as you might expect. We've got the team RWBY and Juniper who have split. A little bit of tension, but otherwise they've got 2 different goals, so it seems reasonable for them to be pursuing both of them simultaneously. You've got RWBY and Weiss, I think, are still together, but Bumblebee and Renora have both split up, basically depending on their priority, wanting to save people, like immediately the people who are, you know, in the crap now, and the other group, which is looking forward to the sort of slightly longer term plan of re-establishing communications using Amity Tower, which does not provide the same immediate benefit as, you know, killing Grimm and rescuing people on the ground right now, but I think it's a better long-term view because people are going to need to be working together to be able to beat Salem, I think. And re-establishing communication is going to be a big part of that. So I can't exactly remember how they separated. It was what, like Weiss, RWBY, Nora, and Blake, and Penny, I think. And the other side was Yang, Ren, probably Jean, because he wasn't with the other group. I didn't really see much of the side that went with Yang, actually. I'm just going to assume it's all of the ones that I didn't see with RWBY. Ironwood is being driven to a really bad place. I think we could sort of see it coming. I was still slightly shocked to see him just shoot that other councilman in pretty much cold blood, right? Just went out, shot him, moved on. Seems like everyone else was a little bit shocked as well, but, you know, they're good Atlas folk and following orders. But we're going to see how that ends up going. I really hope that Ironwood can find some redemption. Things are pretty messed up, but I don't know. I don't want it to be like a foregone conclusion that all of the headmasters are going to screw up and die, even though that seems to be the theme. They're all going to be flawed in some way and are going to fall to that flaw. But anyway, that's it. I'm ready to go. Enough rambling. That's already way too much. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep. This is another sort of visually impressive opening. And again, I love that imagery. That was the thing. The end of the last episode had Salem presenting the lamp to a Grimm, presumably trying to get them to giving them the scent so that they can try to hunt down Oscar? I did like that look between Yang and Ruby in the opening. Hopefully that symbolizes that, you know, whatever minor issue they're having now, they're still sisters who have gone through a lot, and I'm pretty sure that their bond is too strong to there is some real interesting imagery in this opening. I usually like to sit somewhere between looking at it a lot, but also like not thinking too much.
Don't you? All I wanted was to bring people together, to give them a chance at a better life. But you...
Me? I am a victim.
I was like, it would be a bit harsh if she was saying that to Crow.
And although my hands may not be clean, at least I am not a murderer.
He didn't kill anybody. And I'm not gonna stand here and be lectured by some snake with a mustache who helped that man tear us all apart.
Yes, well, I suppose we're all stuck in it together now.
Speak for yourself. I know the right people. I'm sure Whitley has reached out to my legal team and will have me out of here before you can say...
Man, it must suck being all right next to each other like that.
You do realize you've already caught me?
And they're going like super harsh this volume.
Being able to do anything.
We can do something.
Exciting music begins.
Who put us here?
With still no word from General Ironwood, Mantle citizens
couldn't
are
hear
frightened
anything.
and perplexed by the sudden withdrawal of military personnel, especially given the massive Grim Horde outside the kingdom. I've
Look at that
never
big
seen anything
friggin'
quite
Grim
like
whale.
this. It truly feels like the end of days. But the Atlas Eye is
That would be
committed to
terrifying.
updating the public until our dying... Hey, wait! Oh!
Citizens of Mantle, General Ironwood has abandoned you, but we have not. If you can hear this, gather any food and supplies you need to stay warm, then head to the Mantle crater. The Grim are starting to make their way back into the city, but we can hold the line if we all come together. If we don't, well, you've all seen what's waiting for us out in the storm. It's time to show your teeth, Mantle.
Well positioned.
All right, the others are definitely missing out.
Rhinos. That was extremely economic. Both shows off Yang and Jean.
Only take what you need.
Oh, Jean.
The crater? Are you sure it's safe out there?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Is anywhere safe? Some are obviously better than others.
Way better than a hoverbike. Have the Grim already pushed this far in?
No, I think those were more from last night. Still,
Ren,
Um.
if Jean hits you with his aura amp, think you can mask everyone?
We can give it a shot, but it is a lengthy trip through Mantle.
No, that's a great idea. We'll have a grim-free journey all the way to the crater.
Do we really gotta shack up with those animals down in the slums? I'd feel a lot safer being up in Atlas.
Wow. Well, feel free to stay
I'm sure
here.
you would. But the people up top have decided you're not worth the trouble. The Faunus, on the other hand, have been willing to lend all the help they can, regardless of whether or not you deserve it.
So, I'll just go get our things then. Don't want to go to the slums. General Ironwood said we were going to Atlas. You're setting a bad example. Those kids.
It should not be this hard getting people to just cooperate.
She didn't need to yell at me. It's fine. It's fine.
And yet, it's something I'm becoming increasingly concerned about.
You know, I really don't need your additional commentary right now.
You all have every right to be upset. Especially you, Oscar. I'm sorry I left you.
I'm not upset that you left. I'm upset you came back. I started to feel like me. Not the same me I was before all of this, but the me I always wanted to be. I felt like I was actually part of the team.
I understand. But even though it may not have felt like I was with you, I was never truly gone. You're gaining control of my remaining magic, recollecting my longest held memories, which means our two souls are still on the inevitable path to becoming one.
But I don't want that.
Neither do I.
Hey, you good?
It's just a lot to focus on.
You can do it, Ren. We're almost to the crater.
I don't need a pep talk. I need to focus.
Right.
We need to find a way to work together. Not just the two of us. All of us.
I do sympathize with both Oscar and Ozpin.
Thanks again for coming.
Don't mention it. Once Robin learned about Amity Tower, she wouldn't shut up about it. Wherever she is, I'm sure she would want us doing what we can to get it up in the air and get the world talking again. Besides, Fiona's got your friends helping out in my stead.
Yeah. Are you sure this is safe? Snowshoe Shipping is an SDC subsidiary, meaning all the drones here report to the company, not the General. The pneumatic tubes allow for dust refined in the crater to be sent straight up to Atlas. We just need to find the one for the military base.
Are there any buildings in Atlas that your family doesn't own?
That isn't relevant at the moment.
But probably not many.
Hey. I do not like it when friends fight.
I know. Yang and I might not agree on how best to save Mantle, but...
No. I mean Winter. The General. They were our friends. But then the Aesops attacked you. And the General, he said people were going to die. Because of me.
That was a lie. And he was only saying it to hurt you.
Yep.
I was the protector of
There's that
Mantle.
manipulation.
But now, I am much more than that. And I wish I was not.
But you're still you, Penny. By becoming the Winter Maiden, you did protect Mantle.
Thank you, Ruby.
I found it!
suppose there's no turning back now.
Between
Then
our
Red got
secret
it,
weapon
you'll
and my
be screwed.
semblance, you all couldn't be in better hands.
So how do we use this thing? It should be simple. If you lie back in the tube and press launch...
No, Crimson, I need you and your team over in Sector 11. Mantle police are helping us clear the hospital, but they're gonna need backup.
You're doing great, Fee. Robin would be proud.
I feel like you should be doing this after flexing on the news like that.
That is such a cool
How
sentence.
else was I supposed to get the word out? Besides, it seems to be working. Where's this group coming in from?
That would be Sector 7.
You cleared 7 already? That's great! To be honest, I wasn't sure how you'd be doing without all of your teammates.
Well,
Right.
as you can see, we're doing just fine.
Where are you putting everyone?
We're working to get most of them settled in houses or other shelters. A large portion of the community is also trying to get old mine shafts into a livable condition.
We've got a lot of people to keep warm. Looting the SDC refineries is our best source of dust. Fortunately, no one's getting arrested during the apocalypse. Just knowing those Grimm are circling out there doesn't feel great. What are they waiting for?
Fee, we got another fight breaking out.
Crap. Thanks, Uncle. We'll handle it.
I'll handle it. You've got enough to worry about.
Fiona, Crimson again. We spotted a decent-sized group of Grimm moving in from the east. Can't take them with all these civvies.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Did he say east?
Ready?
I wonder if Salem's just being conservative. I mean, she's got a load of Grimm, but probably still don't want to be too careless about wasting them.
Whoa!
Okay, Fiona. That's one more problem taken care of.
Good, because we're getting reports of more Grimm coming in from the west. The huntsman there could really use some backup.
Okay, we're on our way.
It's all the negativity. Salem's forces aren't moving in, but it's enough to start attracting the stragglers.
Uh-huh.
Guys, we're not finished.
All right, we need to hurry this up and take...
What just happened?
They ran. I've never seen Grimm act that way before.
But what were they running from?
The heck is that? Oh, the one coming specifically for Oscar. Oh boy, he's not in a good place. What kind of messed up? This thing is freaky.
But Grimm aren't that smart.
Yep, I was thinking this is an incredibly cunning Grimm.
Give him back!
Gee whiz.
Did it just...
Wings? Gross. Wings. Ozpin could probably use your help.
Kids, what's your status? West Side's taking damage.
What do we do?
Kids, what's your status?
We've got an emergency. We're not gonna make it.
What? What kind of emergency?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
And yet, that is not very helpful. Disgruntled grandmother. Wonder if we'll get some of the art and notes for that Grim later. Maybe not now, because it would potentially reveal a bit too much. Oh boy, that was an episode. Okay. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking about things, because I'll probably watch the episode again later and then be able to, if I've got anything more interesting to say, I can say it at the start of the next video. But just a couple of the things that I did want to talk about would be, we had a few moments of levity this episode, and also got to see, I'm really liking seeing Jean leaning really into like the defensive side. I mean, sure, it was kind of cool, whatever, when he had the two-handed sword sort of upgrade, but that just didn't really do anything for me. I really like him leaning into the shield side of it. Just even more defense, being able to just be a wall. And combined with his aura and his ability to, you know, recharge it very quick, having him just be an absolute tank and a wall, a defensive, you know, member just seems super good. I like seeing that. And I like seeing him getting equipment and stuff that also really enhances that. What else? Getting to see tensions in the group, just sort of continuing from the previous episode. They're all feeling it a little bit, but you're seeing it mostly manifesting in Yang and Ren, who have been, you know, separated from their partners at the moment, and getting a little bit snippy as a result. You can see it just as some of that tension kind of gets to them, even if they're mostly fine doing their jobs. Just occasionally, they've got that extra bit of tension going with them. And of course, last but not least, is the what the heck was that, Grim? That's something new and special. I wonder if it's something that Salem created specifically for like now, or is something that she's just been keeping, you know, in her back pocket for this sort of task. Because I think over time there's been, you know, some grim development. The weird jellyfish. Oh, what are they called? Nope, I've forgotten. The Sentinel? No? Is that something else entirely? Probably. Anyway, whatever they are, you know, I'm gonna look. The Seers. What am I thinking? I feel like Sentinel is making me think of robots now. Yeah, it's the friggin' Matrix. Oops. Anyway, the Seers. the jellyfish Grimm. I remember that Watt seemed, you know, kind of interested in them, and I don't know whether it's just because he'd never seen them before, but they've existed forever, or if it's because they were actually a new development. Anyway, that's cool. Oscar's in trouble. We're obviously going to see a bit more focus. We had the internal discussion with him and Ozpin. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it had to happen eventually, so this volume looks like it's going to be the one where... I don't know if anything big's going to happen, but we're obviously trying to push that bit of development along as Oscar tries to figure out how he's going to live his life with, you know, as he sort of starts to merge with Ozpin. I like to think that they... I mean, maybe some of the lives Ozpin has, you know, one soul or the other has maybe been a bit more... had a bit more emphasis, or, you know, sort of contributed more to the whole, you know, Gestalt entity that they become. But I don't know. And I think, you know, maybe some of the problem is that Ozpin's gotten a little too used to becoming, you know, the stronger part of the end product, I guess. All of these things, all of these terms that I'm using sound really weird. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that Oscar can find something, because this is obviously a kind of a crappy deal for him. But, you know, it's not like Ozma, the original, had, you know, much of a good deal himself either, to be honest. And I guess he's aware of it, you know, every time... Well, for one thing, I'm sure he doesn't like dying. And another thing is he probably doesn't like the fact that he does have to basically take over and absorb into someone else whenever he dies. He's aware that he's, you know, stripping away this. Or maybe not stripping away, but, you know, it might feel like he's stealing this other potential destiny of the person whose body he ends up inhabiting. So that can't be a good feeling, even though no one really has a choice in it. But cool second episode, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So hopefully I will get into a better schedule with these videos. So for now, I will say goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.